Thank you for joining us on Lewis University's news source, WFLY-TV. Today's Thursday, October 2nd, 2014. I'm Shane Gustafson.
And I'm Olivia Estrada.
And here are your top stories for today. President Barack Obama is in Chicago today to campaign for Democratic leaders up for re-election and also to speak to students at Northwestern University. President Obama landed at the Gary Chicago Airport in Indiana last night due to limited radar signals at O'Hare after last week's fire. Gary Mayor Karen Freeman Wilson greeted the president before he departed for Chicago by helicopter. During his visit home, the president attended a fundraiser for Governor Pat Quinn and campaigned for Senator Dick Durbin. Both are up for re-election this November. The president finished his trip home by speaking with students at Northwestern University about the economy. The president left shortly after the speech to head back to Washington.
What is believed to be a safe Chicago neighborhood is now under investigation for the attack of two young women. This past Saturday, a 24-year-old woman was walking down a familiar route when she was pulled into an alley and sexually assaulted. The man is said to be in his mid-30s to 40, African-American, 6 feet tall and thin. The man was wearing a dark, long-sleeve shirt and denim pants. Another woman who is a student at DePaul University was also attacked Sunday when a man pulled her by her arm and used a knife to cut open her shirt. The girl wasn't harmed. Both men have not been found, and the attacks are still under investigation.
Chicago public school students have a new incentive to work hard in the classroom. Mayor Rahm Emanuel wants to reward hardworking CPS students with free college tuition. Students who graduate with a grade point average of 3.0 or higher are placed in a college level and English college level class will qualify for the Chicago Stars Scholarship. The new proposal guarantees free tuition for CPS students at any of the 7 city colleges in Chicago. There is no application process or website for the scholarship yet, but the details are expected to come in the near future.
A criminal justice major at SIU Carbondale has been arrested on 8 federal felonies. 21-year-old Derek Dawn Burns sent threatening letters to the university. The threat included in the letters were of rapes, killings, bombs, and beheadings, even the involvement of terrorist groups like Terrorists for Al-Qaeda. The university acted quickly and Burns was detained by the FBI Monday. Burns has been sending these letters since 2012.
Secret Service Chief Julia Pearson has resigned after 2 major security breaches at the White House last week. Pearson has only served the White House for less than 2 years. She claims many members of the Republican Party made her job difficult and she wanted to leave office. Many are worried that ISIS will take advantage of any security breaches that pose a threat to the United States.
O'Hare Airport and Midway are expected to cancel flights due to a severe storm headed to the Chicago area. O'Hare has already canceled 450 flights and Midway has canceled 300 flights. A 20-minute delay alert has been issued for landing flights. 36 pounds of illegal substances are found in a Nebraskan vehicle. Find out more after this break.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Police officers in western Nebraska seized nearly 36 pounds of marijuana following a traffic stop on Interstate 80 yesterday. The Nebraska Highway Patrol says officers stopped a vehicle for not using a turn signal as it exited the roadway. The officer says he smelled marijuana and searched the vehicle before finding 35.7 pounds of the drug in the back seat and trunk. Police arrested the driver and passenger, both from Wisconsin, and booked them at the Lincoln County Jail with suspicion of possession of marijuana and intent to deliver.
Police in California have arrested 4 suspects who broke into a chicken ranch and killed over 900 birds with a golf club. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office says when police arrived at the Foster Farms Ranch on September 20th, they found hundreds of dead birds in a field with visible signs of abuse. Police say the men pulled the back of a fence to gain access to a chicken shed and killed 920 chickens with a golf club or other type of blunt instrument. Police found pieces of a golf club on the scene. The men were arrested in connection with the killings this morning, and they range in age from 15 to 18 years old. Police say the chickens were worth more than $5,000.
A girl who has been missing for 12 years has been found in Mexico. 17-year-old Sabrina Allen was found with her mother, Dara Lawrence, who has taken her during one of their visits 12 years ago, when Allen was 4 years old. Lawrence decided to run away with the child to Mexico. The father, Greg Allen, has spent years looking for his daughter with the help of the FBI. Allen hasn't been reunited with their daughter yet. She is receiving health counseling. Lawrence has been sentenced to jail on charges of intentionally and knowingly abducting the child.
The Chinese government is fighting back, asking for a democratic government. Protesters in Hong Kong lined the streets yesterday and protested, which were led by student leaders. And they say if Hong Kong's top official doesn't resign today, they'll step up their actions and occupy several government buildings. The Chinese government says if protesters take over the buildings, they'll have to deal with police. The government hasn't said much about the protests besides declaring them illegal. Officials say the protests are the biggest challenge that the government has faced in the area since China took over Hong Kong in 1997.
The United States leads the fight against ISIS. Turkey and Australia have joined the battle to bring down the terrorist group. ISIS continues to invade Kobani territory, which is by the Turkish border, destroy villages, and push thousands of people out of their homes and into Turkey. Australia is engaging in numerous fights above Iraq to support the troops in the area, while Turkish soldiers have lined along the Syrian border. On Tuesday, the United States launched 26 airstrikes, while the UK launched 2. Both were deemed successful by the UK's Defense Ministry.
Ebola has finally made its way into the U.S., and medical staff may be to blame. Thomas Eric Duncan went to the emergency room and reported to the staff that he had traveled from Liberia. Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital Dallas said at the time Duncan didn't show signs consistent with Ebola and therefore was discharged. Hospital officials have admitted that they made a mistake. Duncan is now in isolation. However, he was in contact with multiple young children he could have passed Ebola to them. The children are being monitored for any symptoms of Ebola, but say none of them are in isolation at this time.
A man who was charged with 7 acts of terrorism has had the charges dropped and has been released from prison. 46-year-old Mr. Mozam Beg believes he was wrongly accused and would have liked to have his day in court. Beg blames the British and American government for these 3 years in prison.
A white lesbian couple is suing a Midwest sperm bank for sending them the wrong sperm. The 2 partners chose the profile of a white man and instead were sent the sperm of a black man. The couple is angry because they're having a hard time raising their child in a town in Ohio where the residents are mainly all white. The couple states they're not worried for the mix of the 2-year-old who might face stereotypes in the future. The same-sex couple is suing the sperm bank for wrongful birth and warranty breach. The sperm bank has no comment.
Don't have a clue on what's happening on campus? Well, stay tuned for more after this commercial break.
maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh, yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh, no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
The Lewis University Source Office is offering students discounted tickets to Bankston's Pumpkin Fest in Homer Glen. The office says the tickets are $8 each and are good until October 30th. Some of the attractions that Bankston offers are a corn maze, camel and hay rides, a haunted barn, and many more fall-themed activities. Source says students can only purchase 2 discounted tickets per ID card. The office says they only have a limited number of tickets for students.
Lewis University and the Student Governing Board will host a homecoming dance tomorrow night at Charlie's Place. The theme of the event is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It'll take place from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. Tickets for the dance are $10 for singles and $15 for couples and are available at the SORC office. SGB says students attending should wear dressy casual attire. This week is homecoming week on campus leading up to the big event. So far, SGB has sponsored several activities to promote Lewis spirit, including a medallion hunt and nominations for homecoming court.
The Philip Lynch Theater had a successful opening last weekend for the play Rabbit Hole. Rabbit Hole tells the story of a couple who is mourning the loss of their child and beginning to spiral down a rabbit hole. Zachary Albusha, Rachel Towle, Nicole Reedy, Sean Gallagher, and Lewis's very own Professor Joe Slowick star in the play. The play will have its final performances this weekend with shows Thursday through Saturday at 8 p.m., a 4 p.m. matinee on Saturday, and a show Sunday beginning at 2:30 p.m.
Want to know what therapy can help you live up to 100 years old? Our reporter Michelle has the details. Sorry.
It's okay. It works.
Music therapy. It can help us live to 100. A fact that Dr. Sanjay Gupta expressed to many on the internet, and something that Lewis students seem to already know. Music stimulates our brains, and it's relevant that students on campus like the effect the beat brings to their schoolwork.
Listening to music while studying helps me because it basically blocks out all the other outside noise. It keeps me concentrated, keeps me more relaxed, and I'm able to focus better.
If you simply take a close look around you, you're bound to find students with books in their hands and music in their ears. Why is music so effective, you might ask? Well, most importantly, it calms us. Listening to your favorite Coldplay song will make you smile, relieve your headache, and help you zoom through that econ homework. The completion of assignments happens because the music we listen to stimulates the alpha and theta waves in the brain. Bursts of these waves induce creativity, learning, and relaxation.
I listen to music while I study because it helps me focus on what I'm actually doing instead of what's going on around me, and I could actually get my work done instead of listening to what's happening.
You can pick up this musical remedy at your nearest music library. For WFLY-TV News, I'm Michelle Kristiniak.
Well, interesting to see that music therapy.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that personally.
Oh yeah,
but
I mean, I always listen to music when I do homework, but I never realized it actually worked that way.
Yeah, it just distracts me. So it works for some people, which is good.
I totally agree.
And we saw Marvin Gomez in that package studying with some music.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also been studying the weather. We've had some rain, and we'll see. We're supposed to get more.
Rain.
Anyways,
No.
yeah, I know. Marvin Gomez, though, is outside, and he has a preview of what's coming up in the weather.
Shane and Olivia, the rain is definitely in our area. I have all the details when we come back.
In 1978, 6 institutions joined to form one of the nation's top NCAA Division II conferences. Today, this union has expanded to 16 proud members celebrating 35 years of commitment to the classroom, championships, and the community. Pioneers who paved the way, leaders who emerged from within. Progress made possible by people. Today, it's those people that inspire the next generation to guide us forward in the next 35 years. We are the Great Lakes Valley Conference.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Hey guys, and welcome to this weather segment, and we're doing it live outside today, and as you can see, the rain is not in our area yet, but it's going to be starting to rain pretty soon. Today we have 76 degrees right now in Romeoville, and as you can see our weather bug image, you can see the cloudiness all over the area, and we might be getting this rain in a couple of seconds. Like I said, the radar indicates 80% of rain throughout the day, including all the way to tomorrow at 8 in the morning. For tonight, we're gonna have low of 66 at midnight, and tomorrow in the morning, 59 degrees with 50% chance of rain. But the rain that we have had in our area is doing the following. It's actually pushing the warmer temperatures away from the Midwest. Some of the temperatures coming up are gonna be cooler temperatures, and as you can see on the map, we have 60s and 70s moving away, but the 40s and even some 30s are coming in right now in Colorado. North of California is at 46, and Seattle we have 50 degrees. Warmer temperatures right now are definitely in the south, with 80 degrees in San Antonio and 85 in Miami. That is definitely the place to be at right now. Now let's take a look at this beautiful photo shared by Michelle on her Instagram account. You can see the leaves are starting to change color around campus, and if you have any more photos you would like to share with us, don't forget to use the hashtag LewisU whenever you upload photos on any of your social media platforms. Now let's take a look at the temperature for the following days. Saturday 49 degrees with winds 17 miles per hour, Sunday 57, Monday 61, and it won't be until Wednesday that we're going to be getting some of the 70s back. Guys, that is all that I have for you today, and let's go back to Olivia and Shane and see what is coming up with sports.
All right, thanks Marvin for that weather report. Doesn't look too bad once we get past tonight's rain.
Yeah, I can't wait for the warm weather to kick in too. I mean, I love warm weather.
I do too. I mean, it's not going to have too much more of it left.
Yeah,
it's already October, but we'll enjoy it while we can. So David's here now with a look at sports. What do we have coming up?
We got a couple of really good Lewis teams coming up. We also got some stuff going on around Chicago and all stuff with MLB playoffs, NHL preseason, 2 completely different times of the year, but we'll get a little bit of both on those.
All right, cool. David will tell us all about that and more sports when we come back.
Quiet, please. Wait a sec. I'll take one. Oh yeah. All right. All good. Take care. Way to go. Nice. Bring it on. Gotcha. I'm here for you. Oh no. Please, please, please. I'm waiting. Interesting. Not buying it. Not fair. That's it. This conversation is over. Oh, brother.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things.
I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke.
Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Women's cross-country runner Kristen Bonser was named GLVC Athlete of the Week for the sport, following her victory at the Brisman-Lundin Invitational at Augustana University. The redshirt junior finished the 6K event with a time of 21 minutes and 44 seconds. Bonser is the first flyer to win an individual women's cross-country event since the 2010 GLVC Championships, when Catherine Haig won the event. Bonser was recovering from an injury, and coach James Kearney only included her in the event in hopes of getting her back to form. Bonser and the rest of the women will be competing in Kentucky this Saturday and have 2 more tune-ups following that event before the GLVC Championships and regional meet. Teammate sophomore Amanda Farrow and other stars are scheduled to join her for these events after being given the Brisman-Lundin event off. The team consisted of members who usually competed at JV level and finished 8th overall. The hottest sport at Lewis right now is probably women's volleyball. With their 3-set victory Tuesday night against UW Parkside, the team made 4 straight sweeps of their opponents and 5 of their last 6 matches. In the past 10 days, the Flyers have won 4 matches, 3 of which being against GLVC opponents. The team is 6-1 in conference play, but has grown stronger since their 5-set loss to Truman State on September 14th. They've only lost 1 set since then, against Maryville, and have continued to see leadership and skillful play from leaders such as Alexis DeVito and Kim Burton. The team plays tonight 6 p.m. at Bellarmine, followed by a match tomorrow night against Southern Indiana. The next home match for the Flyers will be 1 week from tomorrow, Friday the 10th, when they host St. Joseph's at the Neil Carey Arena. If you're unable to attend the event, make sure you tune into LUTN, which will be broadcasting it live. To the pro teams in the area now, all of the hype that the Bears gained through their weeks 2 and 3 victories were completely lost during their 38-17 loss to the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. However, it doesn't seem that they lost their injury problems. Brandon Marshall and Jared Allen were among 5 players who returned to practice on a limited basis Wednesday. However, the team had 12 listed on their injury report. The list included Jermon Bushrod and Matt Slauson as limited participation, while linebackers Lance Briggs, DJ Williams, and Shea McClellan all sat out with injuries. McClellan was confirmed as out for this Sunday's game earlier today. The team is playing the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, which might be a good sign for the ailing defense, since their top 2 running backs, D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart, are both expected to be doubtful for Sunday's game, which takes place in Charlotte. While the Chicago Blackhawks haven't begun their season, they're almost done with their preseason schedule. Last night, the Hawks lost to the Montreal Canadiens by a score of 3-1 at the United Center. Antti Raanta stopped 18 Canadian shots but gave up 2 goals in the third period, along with an empty netter. Andrew Shaw scored for the Hawks and was the only member of the team able to get the puck past Canadiens goalie Carey Price, who made 31 saves in the game. The final preseason game takes place tomorrow night when they travel to face the Eastern Conference champion New York Rangers. The team has not announced lines for the game, but most would expect players competing for the final spots on the roster to get most playing time. The game will start at 6 p.m. and can be seen on Comcast Sportsnet. While the Hawks are close to starting their season, the Bulls are still almost a month away from opening tip-off of their season. However, the play of one addition to the team has been noticed by a few members of the team. European rookie Nikola Mirotic has impressed since his transfer from Real Madrid this offseason. The big man was expected at a shooting touch to the team, but has impressed head coach Tom Thibodeau and center Joakim Noah to mention that Mirotic could be somewhat of a secret weapon for the team, who seems to have an edge in front court play over other top teams in the NBA, such as the Cleveland Cavaliers. Although training camp is still young, the 23-year-old rookie is already turning heads, meaning he could be given a larger role for the team. In sports briefs, the Baltimore Orioles and Detroit Tigers kick off the first ALDS series at 5:37 Central Standard Time today, and the wild-card Kansas City Royals face the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in Game 1 tonight. The Giants and Nationals and Cardinals and Dodgers series will both start tomorrow. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and Chelsea were among winners in UEFA Champions League fixtures this week, with Paris Saint-Germain defeating powerhouse Barcelona 3-2. Only 2 cities are still in the running for the 2022 Winter Olympics, Beijing, China, and Almaty, Kazakhstan. 7 NHL preseason games are taking place tonight, including the St. Louis Blues hosting the Minnesota Wild. And speaking of Minnesota, the Vikings visit Green Bay to take on the Packers on Thursday Night Football tonight. Now we're going to go to the play of the night last night, and it comes from the playoff game in which the San Francisco Giants and Pittsburgh Pirates played. The Giants got a huge boost in the 4th inning when shortstop Brandon Crawford hit a grand slam to give the team a 4-0 lead. They eventually end up winning 8-0. As mentioned, we'll be facing the Washington Nationals in the NLDS, a series that will start tomorrow. So MLB playoffs getting underway, and MLB playoffs, they're going to be getting into high gear now. We got the actual series starting up, and we got Blackhawks are really close to starting their season. I know I'm excited.
Yeah, and the MLB playoffs were really exciting too. I mean, a very exciting game the other day, the Oakland A's and Kansas City Royals. I mean,
Unbelievable.
12 innings of really
I know you're a
good
big
baseball.
Kansas City Royals fan, Shane.
Well, I don't know about that, but I definitely was rooting for the Royals in that series.
For sure, but I mean, a lot of sports stuff going on. It's great to see right now. We're in the most exciting time of the year for sports fans.
That's true.
I'm pretty excited for the Olympics.
Oh, 2022.
Until 2022. We have a little while, but
we got a long time to be excited, but start now.
Hey, it's going to be excited, right? All right, well, that will wrap it up for today's news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shane Gustafson.
I'm Olivia Strada.
And I'm Dave Ritterhoff with sports.
Thanks for watching WFLY-TV News. Be sure to join us next Tuesday at 4:30 to hear the latest in news, weather, and sports. Have a good night.